Guys, it's Marisa with the Travel Playlist. Let's level up your Cancun stay. So for a spot as popular, and let's just call it what it is, touristy as Cancun, I get asked this question all the time. What is there to do outside the resort that doesn't feel like a packed bus tour or a souvenir stop? If you want to appreciate great food, culture, just quieter ways to connect with the destination, these are the experiences I recommend to really elevate your time in the Mexican Caribbean. Well, this one goes without saying, cenotes. But let's skip the crowded cenotes with locker lines and tour groups. If you're not too familiar with cenotes, about a couple thousand years ago, there was an asteroid that actually hit the Yucatan Peninsula, raising the ocean floor and creating these limestone-lined air pockets. Over time, rain and ocean water filtered through the limestone, turning these into deep, crystal-clear underground pools with very little light or life. The roofs of these cenotes eroded away, forming perfect circular openings. There are open cenotes, closed cavern-style ones, and some in between. And here's a tip. Look up at the ceiling of a cavern cenote, and you may see seashells stuck to the roof from when this was once ocean floor. Back at the time of the Mayans, cenotes were sacred, considered a path to Xibalba, or the underworld. Offerings like pottery, jade, and tools were left behind, and many are still being uncovered today. I recommend you experience a private cenote with a local guide, sometimes with a traditional Mayan meal or blessing beforehand. It's quiet, respectful, and worlds away from the crowded public ones. Now, if food is your thing, look for experiences hosted by chefs who trained internationally but grew up right here. They'll take you to markets, explain ingredients like achiote or recado negro, and walk you through making regional dishes like cochinita pibil in a home kitchen or a breezy garden. These aren't resort demos. They're full cultural deep dives that just happen to be delicious. Now, of course, we have to talk about Chichén Itzá. It's one of the new 7 wonders of the world, and it's iconic. But also, it's hot, it's far, and if you do it the wrong way, it can feel like a long, sticky march to a pyramid. And this just isn't any ruins. You've seen this pyramid, El Castillo, on your postcards, but what most people don't realize is that it's only one part of a much larger, fascinating complex. And here's the thing, most travelers do Chichén Itzá on a packed tour bus. You'll spend 3 hours just getting there, then you're herded through the ruins, rushed into a cenote with locker lines and life jackets, and given a buffet lunch. It's efficient, but it's also exhausting. So here's what I recommend instead. Hire a certified private guide who specializes in Mayan archaeology. A good guide can show you the ball courts, the observatory, the Temple of the Warriors, and help you understand how the Mayans used astronomy, sound, and geometry in these structures. It's mind-blowing when you hear the actual history behind what you're seeing. And aim to arrive when the gates open around 8 a.m. or check with your private tour guide about an early access tour. This is the coolest time of day, and you can actually hear your guide explain the acoustic tricks of the pyramid without shouting over 100 people. Then next, take a swim at Cenote Ixquil. Your guide should time this stop before the big buses roll in, maybe by around 10:15. You'll have access to lockers and changing areas, but your guide may also handle logistics ahead of time to streamline your visit. The cenote is 85 feet deep, surrounded by hanging vines and waterfalls. You descend by carved stairs to the water, and it feels totally surreal. And if you want incredible pictures, consider adding a photographer or bringing a GoPro to capture the moment. And then finish your day in Valladolid, a charming colonial town about 45 minutes from the ruins that is like a reset from the all-inclusive resort. Instead of the rushed 30-minute walkthrough that most tours offer, stroll through the main square, visit Casa de los Venados, a private home with an incredible folk art collection, stop for coffee or sit down for lunch at a restored hacienda like Yerba Buena del Sosal, which is garden to table in their courtyard, or Xcaret, which is a family-owned restaurant focused on Mayan gastronomy. Then you can visit a boutique chocolate shop or grab a paleta, a Mexican popsicle, before you head out. Or if you want to spend more time at another spot, skip it entirely. With a private driver or custom tour provider, you can set the timing, skip the tourist traps, and turn what would have been a chaotic box-checking day into one of the most memorable parts of your trip. And next, I want to talk about one of the most fabulous ways to spend a day on the water in the Mexican Caribbean. And no, this is not a booze cruise unless you want it to be. Book a private yacht or even a catamaran charter with crew, open bar, and snorkel gear. Board from Puerto Aventuras or Cancun or Cozumel and cruise along the coast. You could stop to swim, you could snorkel in some amazing crystal clear waters, and then you can explore the stunning Playa Norte on Isla Mujeres, a beach consistently named among the most beautiful in the world. Take note, this is an excellent option if you visit during a time when sargassum is affecting your beach days. Isla Mujeres is essentially immune to it. You can paddleboard or just sunbathe, and then grab your gourmet lunch prepared fresh on the yacht, sip from a wide selection of drinks at your own open bar, and pretend you're on your own episode of Below Deck. Seriously, guys, the yacht crew, the chef, the boat, it's just next level, and the experience you get here is really a steal to this same yachting experience in other parts of the world. It's fully private, just your group, your music, your pace. Some have the fun slides. It's great for couples, families, or small groups. Seriously, don't sleep on this one. Reach out if you want more info.
Okay, Xcaret. Xcaret is a huge park located right outside of Playa del Carmen, and it has a lot of attractions. I love the spectacular show, which is the Mexico Espectacular show. It's at the end of the day. It starts about 7 p.m. and ends about 9 p.m. Now, when I went for the first time, I made the mistake of just winging it and just walking in there, going to the activities I wanted. What they don't tell you is that a lot of the main activities that you want to see are spread across the entire park, so there's a lot of walking involved. You can lose a lot of time walking. I can tell you we got more than 10,000 steps in that day. The best thing to do is they have a map. I would suggest you map out a course with the activities you want to see so you save a lot of time walking. Now, if it's a long day and you don't want to stick around for the Mexico Espectacular show, there is a return time at 5 o'clock. You don't have to wait until 9 or 10 whenever the last bus leaves. What's so unique about this show is that you get to see Mexican culture displayed on a stage from the time of the Mayans and the Aztecs all the way to modern day Mexico. You go through the revolution, you go through so many stages of Mexico, so many cultures of Mexico. You see traditional dances from the Yucatan, from Oaxaca, from Veracruz. You see so many aspects of Mexico in one show. It's just amazing. It's beautiful. Book the dinner and show package. You'll get front section seating and a 7-course tasting menu served during the performance. And I like to skip the park shuttles and just book private round-trip transfers. Another Xcaret call-out is Xel-Ha. Actually, the largest natural water park. The only area where you'll find chlorinated water is the slide. There's a natural lazy river where you have inner tubes that you could just hang out on. You have some short zip lines into the water, an obstacle course, and a cliff jump. You can jump off a platform into the water. It's all done with safety, so no worries there. It's a great park for teenagers. I'll save my deep dive on all the Xcaret parks for another video, but I just wanted to touch on this. So there really are so many ways to deepen your experience in the Mexican Caribbean. You just need the right local contacts, the right timing, and someone to help you avoid the crowds and cookie cutter options. I'm always scouting the best experiences for travelers who want something a little more thoughtful, elevated, and a lot more memorable. So if this speaks to you, reach out. I'd love to help you book. And on that note, I'd love to know what your favorite thing you've done in the Mexican Caribbean has been. So drop that in the comments. Thank you for watching. I'm Marisa with the Travel Playlist and Evyssa Vacations. Follow me for more travel tips and inspiration.